That brings us to the next item, P, revision to job title for PBIS teacher positions.
What we want to do is create a larger pool of candidates who can be considered as the PBIS teacher. Now, when we first created this position 2 years ago, it's gone through some revisions. We called it a PBIS teacher. You can see from the document we're talking about now calling it a coordinator. That opens up the field, using the term coordinator, opens up the field and allows individuals who have a school social worker degree, a counselor, or a school psychologist to also be eligible to apply for the position. The job description doesn't change. The expectations for what the individuals would be doing in that position does not change. But by making that semantic change, we're able to just draw in a larger pool of people. So this is a recommendation coming from our elementary principals. In regard to the PBIS position.
And it wouldn't mean any sort of a change in monetary?
No.
Nothing?
No,
nothing changes that way? Okay.
We currently have one PBIS position open at LaGrange. We will have a second position most likely open if the teacher who was in the PBIS teacher position would like to move into a special ed classroom. So 2 of those positions would be open. We still could hire a teacher if that individual ends up being the best candidate. But again, it just provides more flexibility.
Mm-hmm. You mean the salary is already in place?
The salary will be determined by the experience that the person brings to the table. So if it's an internal candidate who is already on the TOMA pay scale, they'll continue with whatever their pay is. If it's a new person coming in without any experience, they'll receive our starting pay.
How does that gentleman next to you feel on that, as far as budget process?
As far as?
You're budgeting for the new position if we chose.
Makes no difference to me whether that person is called the PBIS teacher or the PBIS coordinator. It's an open position, so regardless of what the outcome is for that salary, it'll be based on the current existing salaries. It'll be no different than any other year that we've hired.
You'll be all right as far as
we'll be fine. Yep.
A good example is for our gifted and talented program, we've called it a tag coordinator, talented and gifted. So it could be a guidance counselor who has a background in gifted and talented. It could be a classroom, we've had an English teacher from the secondary level. Currently, Mr. Shetter, as an elementary teacher, is doing that position. So it just, again, creates a broader pool of candidates that can be drawn into applying for the position.
Would you evaluate it, or the person?
The building principal will be evaluating that position, yes. So I've highlighted what the changes would be. The word individual at one point said teacher, and then you can see the additional licenses that would be available.
These are all licensed school
through DPI.
Through DPI. It's just by having teacher originally in there was just that one specific type of license that we were getting as applicants, and all these others would be qualified and
may have an interest.
And you've emphasized that they need a strong background in RTI and PLC and differentiated instructions.
And that is similar to what's always been in the job in the
Right.
posting.
Okay.
And so these are existing positions, they're not anything new.
That's correct. Existing positions. We're just modifying the title.
It goes from PBIS teacher to PBIS coordinator.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
And
Makes
their
sense.
position, excuse me, John.
Yeah.
In their position, they are really kind of designated to hold the things together.
They are
Is it
working
Model,
in,
role model or something.
yes, they're working in our large elementary in-town schools. They're responsible for the PBIS program, so developing a climate within the school where students are following expectations.
Good.
They work very closely with the building principal on disciplinary issues, spend time with our special needs kids
I think it's excellent.
who
So,
are dealing with behavioral issues.
yeah.
So,
Is the request, are you asking the change we made just because to open the candidate pool to find the most qualified person, or is it because that we haven't had much response to?
we have not had much response, and we do have some internal candidates who've expressed possible interest as well. But because of the teacher description would be ineligible.
I'd look for a motion then to approve the revision to the job title from PBIS teacher to PBIS coordinator as presented.
So moved.
Yeah. Second.
Second. We have a motion and a second to approve the request to revise the job title from PBIS teacher to PBIS coordinator. Any other questions or comments?
I do have, John.
Sure.
I like the idea of this person because it would help mold the school district into what we're trying to achieve here. And to my mind, we already have it. There's such quality within the system. You know, the teachers that we do have that do care. It'd just be nice to have somebody there to say, this is the way we do the show. You know, I like that.
Absolutely. Well said.
It's not a new position.
No, no. Actually, I think the PBIS teachers were here, it was either,
Months ago, I think.
yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, you can go on the district website and go to Miller, LaGrange, or Lemon Wire and look at their PBIS page and see the kinds of work that they're doing.
Okay. Anything else? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, say no. The ayes have it, the motion carries, and that revision is approved.